So I was fortunate about 6 months before launching the firm. I had read the E-Myth, which relates to this question, on the different hats, right? You have your doing hat. You have and I think they used like a bakery example. So that's baking bread and cakes and whatever. And then they have your managerial hat, which is managing a team of people to help do that. And then you have your innovator or CEO type hat where you're working on the business instead of in the business. That's very different now than it was, when we started, do I still clean the bathroom, analogy? Absolutely. I'll pinch in wherever I'm needed to, we're not going to let our clients, suffer, under any circumstance. So, but as far as a direct breakout these days, generally I would say about, when we advise people, right, let's apply what we do towards someone else, we usually will see the owner hold on to the last two things. And those last two things are generally a theme around sales and marketing, which is your business development part of your question, and then the operational piece. And if they had, to make a choice of just one to give up, they'll usually lean to give up the operational piece of it. Because who can tell the story better than the founder, and why they're different, and just all of it, the culture, the leadership. And so I'm fitting that mold where as time goes on, I'm giving up and delegating more operational duty. Am I still material on the sales and marketing side? Absolutely. But I at least am working on that, because again, we've seen too many clients who don't work on that at all, and when they're ready for their own exit, the business is still too reliant on the owner. So one thing to help with that is we've tried to deploy a business development model. Our firm is structured a lot like a lot of professional services firms, and so they're just hoping the technical wizards also will sell the work, which doesn't always happen. I mean, sometimes they have the exact wrong personality for that type of thing. And so we try and view it kind of like marriages. Well, let's hire business developers who's God's gift to the world, and their temperament is more that hunter, mentality, entrepreneurial mentality, and let's wed them with maybe someone that's kind of on the opposite spectrum, but who's a technical savant, right? And then it reduces the pressure of that person needing to do business development, because I've just seen too many experiences where good people had left firms and they were trying to force squares into round holes. And I felt like that was depressing. And that's one of those lessons that I carried with me into this firm that we're trying to change. But so business development is still a big part of what I do every day. Still am operationally involved. And then, I do. So I usually think of them in thirds. I'm trying to, a third business development, a third operationally. Still, those are both in the business, right? And then I have a third of my time is truly on the business, deploying tools, thinking about where should we be headed, steering the ship on where we should be going.